What if KSI loses against Tommy Fury? Now, do I personally think he's going to lose? No, I think KSI has too much speed in his gas tank to lose against Tommy Fury. We've seen Tommy Fury gas out. But what if KSI does lose? What if he does lose against Tommy Fury? Well, this sets it up perfectly for him and Jake Paul. Because I don't care what KSI says. He says if he wins, there's an 80% chance that he quits. But what if he loses? What happens to that 20% chance? And now let's be honest here. Jake Paul is not the only one that's calling him out. We seen on that Zoom call, Jake Paul was saying, "Who have you beaten? I still have smoke with you. I still want to fight you." And KSI just didn't look motivated to fight Jake Paul. His concentration was only on Tommy Fury. So again, let's say he even entertains the Jake Paul fight. Who's next after Jake Paul if he wants to go that far? Well, Conor McGregor, we seen him call him out after the Joshua fight inside the ring. He said, "I'll fight him bare knuckle."
And I know your man KSI is in the crowd, yeah? And he couldn't box eggs if he worked in an egg boxing factory. So if he wants to get in here, I'll give him a final, bare knuckle if you want.
Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, obviously this wasn't serious, but then KSI even entertained it in this interview where he said, "You know what, I'm down to fight Conor McGregor. No, it wouldn't be such a bad fight."
When I knock out Tommy Fury, at that point, I get to decide what I want to fucking do.
Yeah.
And if I want to just end it there, then I'll probably just end it there. If I want to entertain a Conor McGregor fight, then yeah, I'll entertain it. Obviously, it'd be a fucking huge fight.
But is it over for KSI if he loses against Tommy Fury? No. Because was it over for Jake Paul when he lost against Tommy Fury? No, he still went on to fight UFC fighters. But here's different, because KSI doesn't want to fight UFC fighters. KSI doesn't even want to box after Tommy Fury if he wins. But like I said, that 20% chance of him not winning might come back. He might just come back and have to fight Jake Paul, because if he loses Tommy Fury, that means he's not the king of influencer boxing. That means he still has to fight Jake Paul to get that crown. And again, any fight that KSI fights is going to be entertaining because he has speed. He has the power. So it all comes down to what KSI wants and what he's determined to do.
Now, does KSI win this fight? Well, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not trying to ride KSI's meat, or I'm not trying to ride Tommy Fury's meat. Based off their previous performances and based off what they know about boxing, I think KSI's chances of winning against Tommy Fury are very low. And I don't care the fact that he says, "I'm a weird fighter. You know, I'm not a boxer, I'm a fighter." That doesn't matter, because when you're going up against somebody like Tommy Fury, who's a professional boxer, who's been doing this for his damn near his whole life, it's kind of difficult for you to go in there and trying to, trick him out. Because Tommy Fury, he's a pro boxer. He's been doing this. He's not like Jake Paul. He's a real professional boxer. So he knows, and he's seen probably every single type of fighting style in there. He's seen a fighter. He's seen an awkward fighter. He's seen a weird fighter. And he's seen multiple different types of boxers. Amateur boxers, pro boxers. So this is what I'm saying. And if you guys seen the face-off, Tommy Fury was just proving facts to KSI. He said he's trained for this fight 100 times harder than against the Jake Paul fight. Hey, what does KSI really have? Yeah, he has that crazy overhand right. But besides that, he has no fundamentals to figure Tommy Fury out. He doesn't really use his jab. He doesn't really use his hooks. He doesn't really use his uppercuts. All he really wants to do is land that overhand right. I understand his footwork is probably there, and I understand he probably sets it up good with his footwork. But against Tommy Fury, think about it. If you guys watched the Jake Paul fight, Tommy Fury had a good jab. He follows up with a jab. He doesn't just do a jab and then follows it up with a right hand. He follows it up with a jab and a jab. This is what I'm saying. Tommy Fury's experience compared to KSI's experience is on a whole different level. So in my opinion, Tommy Fury wins this fight no problem.